All right, thought we'd do a quick look at the Filson Double Mackinaw. While I still have it, I'm probably going to give this to my brother-in-law because I don't need it anymore. But anyway, we have doubled full weight Mackinaw through the arms and the chest and the upper back. We have 4 pockets on the outside here with snaps. We have a little tool pocket here with 4 little pouches for tools. And then we have the big game pouch / mat pocket in the back. Here is what the collar looks like all the way up. So you can see it doesn't really go up that high. It is, however, a pretty nice coat. You don't really have any adjustability in the cuffs. Snaps up here. Snaps down here. We have cotton lining the back of the flaps. There are cotton reinforcements in some places. I know a lot of people use these for really hardcore outdoor activity and they seem to work fine for that, but there is cotton in them, so something to be aware of. You do have a button, a single button on the sleeve. And this game pouch is double layered, like pretty much all the way up till underneath the caping. So almost this entire coat is double layered. The pockets, right? You have some spots on the sides here where you have a single layer, but the overwhelming majority of it is 2 layers. I found that the cold, this thing's really comfortable to wear when it's cold out. Right now I'm just wearing it over a t-shirt, and it's a little scratchy, but it's not like terrible. I know people have radically different levels of sensitivity to wool, so if you're kind of sensitive to wool, this is probably not going to be super comfortable unless you're wearing full sleeves and a collar rubbing around your neck up here. But, you know, for me, it's fine. I could wear it, no problem. I'm already getting pretty warm. It's not that cold out. It's like mid to upper 40s right now. And this thing over a t-shirt with no other layering is, for me at least, probably good to 40, like maybe 38, 39, somewhere in there. If I'm not doing a lot, you know, obviously the more I'm doing, like chasing my toddler around or chasing the neighborhood kids around or whatever it is I'm up to, find much lower temperatures than that. But as far as just standing around, a t-shirt's pretty good till around 40 degrees roughly for me. Yeah, and the rain resistance is really good. This wool will get soaked, but the top layer, this caping, is supposed to get soaked and then direct that away from the wool underneath it. And in my experience, it works really well at that. It does do really well with winds up to like 10 miles an hour. I haven't had it in any winds beyond that. Yeah, that's probably about right. But yeah, this thing's being retired for me. I have a Weatherwool All Around Jacket, which is superior in virtually every possible way. But if you look at my all-around jacket video, you can see how that looks. It's much more modern, has a much larger collar, much bigger cargo pockets, albeit less pockets. Yeah, it's just cut way more modern, and this is more of a old school thing. So if it's a style choice for you, it's just going to depend on if you like old school or new school. If it's a technical thing for you, maybe this isn't the best thing out there, but the thing is I bought this one used for $80. That's a really good price for a solid wool coat like this. And I see them at the Filson outlet store in Tulalip routinely for like $180 to $220. And I mean, that's so awesome. That's a great price, man. $200 for one of these brand new is pretty killer. And I know people like gripe about the new Filson isn't as good as the old Filson, yada, yada. I don't know anything about that, man. This particular coat, though, is an old one, and it's a red tag. So there might be features on this that are missing, or, you know, because of its age, they may have changed some of the design. I'm pretty sure this is from the 90s. So not only is it old, but it's also a factory defect. It has like discoloration in the, I think that's mainly why it's a defect, is because there's a light green stripe running up this arm. So like the dye got screwed up. And then same thing on the back. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a light green stripe up the back too. So somewhere in the process, the dye just got messed up. And this also does not have an interior pocket. And then to go over the last thing here is the closure. It's just a button closure. I personally haven't had any problems with wind, but I haven't had this in wind over 10, and 10 might even be pushing it. Like certainly 5 miles an hour, maybe 10 miles an hour. Somewhere in between 5 and 10 is the most wind I've had this in, and it was not a problem at all. And then 4-hole buttons, a little bit double layered here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of other reviews out there on this particular coat. I just thought that I would do one real quick because I have it, and I have had it in some other videos. And quite frankly, I mean, this is the standard for outdoor wool coats, at least as far as I'm aware. You know, as far as I know, this is the best one you can get like off the shelf in a store somewhere that's like production. You know, it's not custom, or it's not custom order. So like with Weatherwool, which is my favorite, wool garments are all from Weatherwool. You know, Weatherwool's kind of small volume, at least to my knowledge they are, and they don't sell to retailers. Like if you want a Weatherwool coat or jacket or hoodie or whatever it is that you want, you have to get it from Weatherwool. You know, maybe that'll change in the future, but for now that's how it works. Filson, you can get these at, you know, obviously Filson has multiple retail stores. They have factory outlet stores. They sell to like Cabela's. You can get these at Cabela's. You can get them at Sportsman's Warehouse. I mean, other retailers do carry these products. So anyway, yeah, that's how that looks as a comparison. And this is a size 50. I'm normally a 48 chest. I got it used, so it was a 50, but even still, I would have got a 50 anyway because I like to have some extra room underneath my coats and jackets for layering and stuff. Yeah, but this fits really well, and I am like a dedicated size 48 chest, so even with a little bit of extra room, it's great. Yeah. Anyway, Filson, it's good stuff.